Well, hello everyone. This is comrade-Sirius, and this is a train that's the first time I'm seeing anyone riding here. Yes, here we are at Střížkov Loop, and I have no idea why the train is going through here, but it's definitely like a test of tracks, and it seems that we are ready to launch this thing. At least, you know, a little bit. Few things. It would be absolutely, you know, useful to just have this connected to, ground stuff and start building things. So let's do it. And we have, pipes in place and so on. So we will soon be able to, get in fuel via train. We are not doing so right now, but hopefully we will do in the future. But we have water here. And we do not have coal, and that is something I'm absolutely willing to, just bastardize this thing for. And, let's take a look at what the nature has to offer. First, this is a coal train, and this coal train is towed by BR80 locomotive. That's not great, because that loco is slow. And we are consuming more and more coal, as you can see, so I stopped selling it. But it still may not be enough. We will need more people. And we will need more people into mines, and, that will be working in this whole area. Just a quick look. We do have enough workers here, but we do not over-deliver, so I'm not touching this, especially when we have more than, 2,000 tons of, waste lying down here. Yeah, it's going really slowly, and this year we will have nowhere to put crops in. If we won't put it in the silo via a distribution office, which is probably something I might think about, because this whole thing is completely, idiotic and non-existent. So, you know what? Can we just relocate those vehicles right now? It looks like we can. So that's what they will do. Which brings us to the thing that, yes, we can have 49 now. I told probably last time already, but we can have 49 vehicles. And, tasks, not vehicles. And we have a new stuff, and that new stuff is completely built. I don't think it's missing anything. So, point 1 now is the silo. You can load there at 0%, and you can unload there at 100%. You can do this with trucks, there's no problem. Point A, you will load from all of these, but I'm not sure how it will go, so... let's start with this, because I'm not doing it via train right now. This, load and, unload, and you can keep it at, let's keep it at 40%, because that's okay. Limit the amount. Here will be only crops. There's nothing else, just crops, right? But it's a cattle farm, so there's no problem. Do we have a water? We do have water. Sewage is connected and built. So everything should be fine. And this will be a meet. I think we'll get a distribution office this day. Like, I mean it unironically, because, yeah. What else can we do? You know what? You are running around, and I will seriously change you. Because now this loco will go to customs house. It will unload everything, and then it will go to the depot. And to be fair, you can go to the customs house right now, just turn around. I would really love to have this tunnel done, but yeah, that will not happen, right? That's not a thing we can do right now, but at least this train I can absolutely, get down, so it should be fine. Okay, yeah, low loyalty, I'm not, and we are full here, yeah, we are full here, yeah, that's correct. Okay, distribution of these trains, they will load crops from this station. We started, building stuff around here. I placed 4 silos, it's almost 20,000 crops, 20,000 tons of crops, so hopefully it will be, good enough. There might be even some, bakeries and stuff. I will take a look into it, because we have a small bakery right now, and it basically, instead of this one, it produces less, but it does basically zero, zero pollution. So that's really something to think about. And yeah, I will take a look into it. But we are going to use this station. Note that we do not have almost any food, and that's something we also kinda need to address. We should have food here. That's not too big of a problem, but we will need a distribution office, and we will need a distribution office train to load maybe from here, because this one is not exactly, in a great condition. Or that's another option. We will actually start, utilizing Ibex Ďáblice, which, to be fair, we can just, get 2 trucks, not with crops probably, but hey. You know what? These 2 come here. Relocate. That's the thing. Okay, so these guys, they will drive down here, and now we can set up a lot of loading points. It might be also those small fields, big fields, I don't know. Mostly big fields, because big fields are important, but we can have so many that it's insane, so yeah. Wherever will be crops, you can just go and collect. And to be fair, we managed to assign every single one, and we have still 6 left. That's wonderful. I really like it. And what we also need to do is that we have 2% of unemployed workers. Some of them are low education. That's the guys I invited quite a lot of people. Part to Radotín, part to Vysočany. To get schooled. But now, we also see that we have some unemployed guys down here, because we have no one, to work here. And that's, I mean, it's almost looking like it's perfect. It's not perfect, but, we will use it. And yeah, you can see there are they are building stuff. So it's probably okay. Yeah, it is okay. By the way, what is this drum? Why it is not built yet? Can we actually, make this into a prefab route? Do we have prefabs? We do have prefabs. That's wonderful. So come on. Number 1, number 2. No. For 1, do it. Because that's what we need. That's what we absolutely need. Build it. You can do it, I know it. Yeah, seems fine. Though to be fair, I now make things much worse for these guys, so yeah. Please, maybe this thing first, because you're, really lucky. Well, they probably went the other way, so okay, it feels okay. Yeah, make this thing happen. Would be cool. So we need buses, and we will need a car. We will need some at least one vehicle right now that will go for the... Not for, but, you know, with coal. Not this one. I'm glad we have it, but not this one. Okay. So, Tatra 75, it's... I think it's okay. We can have even the mass. This is substantially, you know, cheaper. But I think we can have this one. It's not a big problem. And we can have a bus. We are in Czech Republic. We can have Skoda buses. Feels okay. There's a lot of skins. You know what? Let's buy these two orange. And let's take a look at those skins, because I'm really curious about how they look like. So you can have the red one, blue one, gray one. This is another gray. Different gray, but turquoise. And the yellow one. Okay, so we'll have those yellow ones. Nothing against that color. And, well, dumper. Dumper will go to the storage. Not to unloading station, but to the storage. You will load coal, and you will basically unload and wait until unloaded. I'm not putting you into distribution office. I technically could, but yeah, I don't want to. Though to be fair, you know what? I can and I will. Because that feels like a much better option. And I will put you into the, you know, into the IBEX one, because that's fine. That's what I will want you to do, and I will need to set up that thing. Now we'll have these two buses. You have just come home. Great. We do not have an end station. That is correct. Do we need an end station? I don't think we need an end station. I don't even think we need two buses, but hey, we can. Though to be fair, I can just do this one and this one, which, by the way, there absolutely could be a stop up here, you know, for bus lines, so people can hop in if they would like to. And it also brings up the question of, you know, a very small end station, which is something we absolutely have. Not too foreign concept to us. So yeah, technically we can in the future help people. This is fine. Everything is buildable, and you will have power. Yeah. So if this has power, then it's okay. And the bus has never been sent, right? Yeah, it has never been sent. It's this one. So this is the second stop. Yeah, you will go there and you will repeat the journey forever, because why not? You will have 81 people. That's interesting. And yeah, you guys will just, you know, take turns. Libeň has no police. Yeah, that's also correct, sadly, but it is. Good. That's what we like, kind of. Yep, this thing is filling up. That's okay. And I'm just looking at stuff I should not. That's, you know, kind of the thing I'm always doing. This shortcut over the field, I will keep it, but we technically do not need it anymore. Well, at least not need it so far. We might need, you know, more trucks in the future, or we can, you know, assign a few of these into the distribution office, which feels like a good idea. But they opened in such a way that I have no idea where the actual building is. So you know what? Let's move in. This is a modded one for 18 vehicles, but it looks great. The only problem is that it has parking slots grown because it's a modified original one, vanilla. So yeah, that's about it. It is usually worth to keep at least few of these inside, or at least it was, because you know, all of these small fields, they do not need to then have a dedicated slot in distribution office. But on the other hand, 49 tasks is a pretty big stuff already, so hopefully it might be okay. Well, now we definitely will not need like a 20 people here. Would be like 10. We also should set up technical services, which is something we have here. And you know, 1800 meters, it's perfect, but we will need more of these trucks. So come on, mass for 6,500, or is this 65? Okay, let's have 2. That's something we definitely can do. And let's assign bio waste to be put there. I'm not sure we can manage waste from, you know, the mixed waste that will appear here. I have no idea. We'll try. That's all I can say. But we surely should have someone picking up, you know, fertilizer from here. And I'm not sure. I know that this needs to be set to bio-waste for technical services to be able to put bio-waste there. But I'm not sure if we would be, you know, able and or needed to just, you know, utilize a small distribution office for fertilizer distribution. Or for the question if we need a line for it. And I will try to have a one line, because these things, well, this thing has 2 slots. So we'll see. I will assign it, you know, to deliver fertilizer down here, and I'm myself curious about if it will be doing okay or not. So this is some. And now the speed will be important. So, and by the way, what is the advantage of Tatra? Because this is a 6.5. This is 60. This is 65. 6.5 tons. That's both. This is just, you know, a worse engine power, but for garbage that shouldn't be too big of a problem. So let's just buy this. For setting a line, I'll need to wait a little bit, because the vehicle actually has to leave. Now it has left. So we'll do exactly what I wanted to. You will come here, you will wait until loaded, and you will load fertilizer. Once it's done, you will come here, wait until unloaded, then again come here, load again, wait until full, come here and wait until unloaded. That's the simple line. I hope that it will be enough. Am I sure? Absolutely not. We'll see. That's the benefit of the doubt. By the way, speaking of coal, behind these silos and over the forest, there in reality is a, you know, Střížkov sídliště. That means, like, you know, prefab housing and so on. And it feels like I have no other choice than to do it as well, because at least one other shaft of coal, this is like 34%, at least one other I need to have. I even might need to do, you know, this one. I am yet to decide, you know, finally, which type of transport would we have. We can obviously have, you know, trams, because they are here. So, you know, having something like you know, a bridge over all of this would definitely be working, or, you know, have a tram connection through all of this, and then just, you know, have a stop here. Yeah, that would also work. We can even have another industry, for example, like a power plant. Or we can have a cableway, because it's quite an edge. So, we'll see. Yeah, this the mid one is still full. But yeah, that happens. So, I'm not overly pessimistic. And as you can see, they are very effective in terms of prefab layings. Even though, yeah, there's a lot of people here and there's just one. And they are missing a crane, so, well, that's fine. What I'm not very happy about is that there are parking spots, but there's almost no one here in the station. By the way, we are missing coal, and we definitely should not miss a coal. We need food. We need a lot of stuff, honestly. Why are we not having any... who is supplying now? Yeah, Visachani. Yeah, okay. And Visachani are bringing in food. Or not. As is customs house, not the upper part. They are not bringing food. Okay. So we need a backup of food, because a train is probably not enough right now. And alcohol would not be a bad idea either. So this is a spot you will, well, we will unload here. We will unload food, and we will unload alcohol, because that's something we need as well. And so far that's enough, because we do not need more. Now, where are we going to collect such things? We have no alcohol, because nobody is working here. That's a little sad. Yeah, we have simply too many working spots. To be fair, we have even this hotel working. That's a little surprising, honestly. Because I was about, you know, to just close them forever and just say, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Funny part is that this hotel is full and this one is not. So I will just close this one, because we do not need it. And I will probably replace it with a housing of some sort. Because that's a lot of workers wasted. This one I will keep, it seems. Even though it's not in range of the station, which is something I would like to have in the future, but hey, it's working, so we can have it. But we need those workers elsewhere. And, you know, bring us again. By the way, do we need... Courthouse are fine. I don't think we need the prison, or do we? I almost feel like we do. To be fair, we can open this one. Because we need the city, and we need a lot of space in the city. Yeah, I will switch. I will switch prisons. So, this is a distribution. Supply this bit, please. That's something we do need to look into. Can we open this thing a little? Like, you know, 20 workers. I think we can, and, you know, people can move in, actually. Because if I'm looking at it, it feels fine. Will there be anyone, you know, working inside? Yeah, they are coming. That's cool. Okay, move. And you close. Which means that there is a line of vehicles. Yeah. You guys move as well. There used to be a line of vehicles coming to this prison. So we'll basically change the line. Can we change it to another prison? Completely? I think we can. Can they go? Yes. Okay. Prisoners will now get loaded. And they will start, you know, planting cows. Then you will go to another prison, and then you will go, you know, to the other guy. This one will get assigned once more. If you will not load anyone, you will instantly skip the other and go to the next one. Same will go with this. I don't think it's necessary, but it would be at least cool. So yeah, that's fine. Go. And it's like 8 vehicles, so they should be fine. We do not need much. To be fair, prisoners could have been going up there because they are probably skilled with knives and such. But yeah, we have meat. We do not need to buy meat anymore. What is burning? What is this? Ooh, our fuel depot. That's not great. But yeah, they are coming. I was like, what is this? Like storage building, and it's the one that's full of fuel. That's not great. But get out. Are you able to? Yeah, it feels like they are. So that's cool. By the way, we are doing researches and so on. You can see that this thing is really full. You know what? Once you're done, I think you're another candidate for just, you know, come here, do nothing, and go to depot. We'll need to reorganize this thing, like a lot. And yeah, we are missing food. Which is something I completely forgot to... I forgot to set this. Am I really that bad? I am. Okay. Number 1. This is alcohol. Take alcohol as long as there's some. Number 2. Food. Go for food if there is any. Like, you know, 10% at least. Should I go here? Or should I go to the factory? Yeah, probably here because there should be more of it. Good. Number 3. This is a place you can pick up coal. Like, leave at least 20 of it. 20%. And then go here, here, and here. And you can have... Yeah, you can have a lot of it. 30% is probably enough. It feels like, at least. So, sure. That's a thing we can have. Which is also something that can be done by a train. Where is our small coal train? But we do not want a small coal train anymore for it. Is it? Do we? No, we don't. Now, what are we having here? We are having cement. We are having some meat. Can we transport this wagon? We cannot. These are for, you know, gravel and coal. These are for cement. And these are for meat. That's probably fine. I'm in an urge to just put this whole train and shove it up to the, you know, to one of these distribution offices. And that's exactly what I will do. So, you know what? Let's move yourself. Because I will need you to go to the customs house. You can enjoy the city. You will go to customs house, or at least, you know, you will look like you're going there, because the tunnel is not working right now. But we should no longer have a problem with money, so that's just a little detail. And now, you know, turn around, pause the game, and you will be a part of the distribution office. And that's what I will do, because this train will then deliver coal to all storages that are, you know, connected. This is our small fuel train, which can also... Can we try to do it right away? Because I got an idea. You will go to this distribution office. You will unload anything. Ah, you cannot get through. My bad. That was a badly timed stop. Because I'm really curious. Can these wagons... Can this small train actually unload wagons up there? By the way, the same will go for, you know, this one. But to be fair, I can just, you know, relocate it and then move it around. Probably much simpler. But I'm just curious about this one. We can do the experiment with this small train as well. I think, at least. You know, we can... Because this is... yeah, this is Střížkov, and... Yeah. Well, we'll keep it as a surprise. City fuel, okay. Meat is fine. This is what we have seen. There's some path done. Yeah, that's the one next to a police station. That should come as to no surprise to anyone. So we will, because we are planning on having a police station. Shall we assign some workers, you know, to stuff around here? We have a new, you know, working offices, so it's kind of okay. Let's just, you know, assign 5 or 10. We can have 10 workers from, you know, surrounding. We do have some houses built, so that's shouldn't come as a surprise, but we will need a lot of stuff, and I'm not, you know, doing it right now. And that's another... Ooh, that's this road, so it means we can assign the brick road. That's neat for one. There's these two and this one. This one is also that needs to get built. That's fine. And for 4, because both of these will need to get some love. Let me know when it's done, right? And again, we actually we did plan the other side, but we didn't plan this one. One is connected, but the other side is definitely not. So yeah, that'll do. That will do. So yeah, there we are. So how are we around all of these? I think we're fine. You can work on stuff if you feel like it. At least that's what my position seems to be. And we have a proper, well, first proper, you know, building. Construction office, not building, but construction office. So that will very soon mean, you know, mean a lot to us. Is no one assigned to this? Would feel strange, but I'm not saying it couldn't happen. It would just feel strange. You know what? Let's start working on some actual stuff. Yeah, because this is the mining area. Well, we need this for fire station. Nothing else. But it would be fine to actually have it assigned. So let's do it, and therefore we will get close. We'll slowly get to the point of, you know, having everything ready, which is fine. I like it. And that's probably all. Oh, it's not. So, the last experiment, right? You know, fuck loyalty. I'm not looking into it. We do have money. We do have people. Satisfaction is not going down. It's in the middle of summer, so we can afford this thing. And I'm really curious. Can this train just come? Without a sign as load as that those wagons are loaded onto it, can it just come, unload those wagons and leave? Just outside of a line? I think it should. But I want to know it. Perfect. And you know what you will do? You will then load, and you will load Steam Loco. I want those VRs. I don't know which one it is, but and that's it. By the way, the second locomotive, you can see that it's, you know, a pretty dirty one. The reason is it didn't manage to get repaired, like, ever. Which is something we obviously want to, you know, change. So Yeah. And now I've broken a lot of stuff. Which means I need to fix that stuff. Do we have a repair station? We do have a repair station. I think they can have a little more right now because we are kind of in a pickle. Are they coming, right? Yeah. Yeah, I will solve this later. Steam locomotive. Now what do you have? You are a co-distribution, but you cannot supply yourself. Which is fine. You can supply other stuff. You can come here. Load coal. There's not much coal there, but you can do it. You can come here, if we are talking about coal, and you can keep it at, I don't know, 80%. The same you can do for this one. I would be surprised if you can just, you know, keep it full. As full as it is, but you know, let's see. This is coal. And they all are, you know, reachable between each other. That's fine. You should have meat wagons. At least I thought you can. Yeah, you can, but you cannot load, obviously you cannot load wagons, meat on this spot, so yeah. I stand corrected. Now you can come here, and you can load meat. Like, at least 20%, but that's basically what is there right now. I will tell you 2 wagons at least. And I will move this thing a little bit up. I will need to name them, but I'm not doing it right now. This is... Why it is full? The food? Why is this thing full of meat? Yeah, because it's been constantly pressurized. Yeah, I understand. Good. But you will use this station and you will unload meat when there's, you know, at least 50% needed. We do not need to unload anything else because we do not have wagons for anything else. But you will also keep this storage full with meat, whatever at least 50% thing arises. We do not buy meat from customs house anymore. But who fills this storage? Yes, there is a bus, and the bus is has just left. I don't think I will need it right now. I may be mistaken, but I'm sending the bus down here because that's a refrigerator bus. That's why this whole thing is full. And you know what? Move and remove from a line so I'm not, you know, confused with, you know, those vehicles. Although there might be a... You know, these guys, they deliver meat, but you can absolutely, if you can absolutely, you know, take meat from here. And I think that's fine. We are not selling meat right now, and I don't think we'll need to sell it. Or, yeah, like, you know, start selling it. But to be fair, when you will have a free time, you can do it and go to customs and sell meat. And you can sell cement, because at this station, and yeah, but there is a problem, because that's how it's called Visodoli. But you are unloading me there, okay. But you can load, and when there will be over, you know, 80% of cement, you're fine. So, that's it. And according to rules, I cannot buy any new locomotive, but do we have any small old locomotive? We have track builder. It's not something I really do want to see. We have an electric locomotive. That's definitely something I do not want to buy, because we do not have any, you know, electric network. We have this one. I mean, it's the only thing I can get right now. So, that's probably okay. Enough. And what I will do now? I don't know. We can fill the distribution office with some more wagons. And we'll definitely need another locomotive to go up there. Yeah, these two will need to get fixed. Like, at all. Yeah, those are the problems from, you know, that stuff was burning. That's, you know, kind of expected. And we have this one. Okay. Year 1952 definitely hasn't ended yet. But there's a lot more things to do. So, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.